Hi everybody. Okay, so I am back with another video and I'm really excited because I have been wanting to do this kind of video for a while. But hi, welcome. This is my boyfriend, Isaac. So I've been wanting to do a video on kind of like an interview style. What's it like to date a trans woman? And that's why he's here. And I'm happy that you agreed to do this video. So I appreciate it. How did you discover or when did you learn that you were attracted to trans women?
I would say probably at a younger age. I was introduced into pornography when I was really young, like 10 or 11. And first of all, I'm pansexual, so like I just wanted somebody that could understand me and, you know, enjoy my company and supported me, and I found that with you. I sought after it a little bit, but I always thought it was just like it wasn't gonna happen. It was just a fantasy. It wasn't gonna happen. And then when you started talking to me, I was like, oh. When I was supposedly a Southern Baptist Christian, and I started to just question everything, and it was one of those things where I was like, when I started questioning sexuality, I was like, everybody's a human, everybody's equal, nobody's better than anybody else. So why does sex differentiate? Why does gender differentiate? If I can find, you know, love and respect with a woman or a man or a trans woman or a trans man, I was like, you know, wherever I find it, I find it.
From the moment that you found that you were attracted to trans women, which happened to be through porn, you automatically saw them as people. You didn't see them as sex objects, and you automatically saw it as, I could possibly fall in love with somebody who was like this, or be in a relationship with somebody who was like this. It was immediate.
Well, it's a completely different discussion, because there is so much dehumanizing when it comes to the porn industry and the adult industry, where yes, you may have this fantasy and you may look at it and be like, oh, that's something I would enjoy, but you wouldn't tell your family about it. I don't care. I care about myself and the people that I love, my friends and my family, no matter who you are. On to the next question.
What advice would you give to men who are struggling to accept their attraction to trans women as women? Not trans women as men, not trans women as sexual fetishes, not anything else, but as women.
That's fair. That's a fair point, because that's something that we've talked about and was something that I had never had really a full discussion about. And then even after we talked, I was like, okay, maybe I should talk to a couple of other people about this. Is understand yourself first before you branch out and start to objectify your opinions. For those men that are questioning themselves, first off, when it comes to that kind of questioning, you're always going to have that. It's not going to go away. It's not a fucking phase. Don't just think of yourself. Think of the others around you, for sure. Think of how you're going to address people, how you're going to walk from day to day. So my biggest piece of advice is understand yourself and understand that other people are going through things that you may not understand at all. And you need to just sit down and listen to them. I understood when I got in this relationship that not everybody is going to agree with me, that this woman right here is a woman. Some people will disagree, and I knew that first and foremost, but I was ready to take on the battle, and that's what you need to do. There's just so much persecution against the LGBTQ plus community. So if we're against each other, then we're not helping anybody else that's in our position.
When you're in a relationship with a trans woman, it's going to come with consequences. There's going to be social repercussions, because unfortunately, even though it's 2020 and technically, you know, we shouldn't be taboo anymore, there are still many connotations that come with dating a trans woman that people understand. Oh, they're a sex worker. Oh, that's a man in a dress. Oh, it's a freak. It's not normal. It's not something I agree with. It's against our religion. Whatever it is, there's going to be repercussions. Whenever you think about these things, you really need to think about how you're going to handle it, what you're willing to, what steps you're willing to take when this happens. So are you going to just, you know, let it roll off your back, water off a duck's back, and kind of just put it to the side? Okay, I respect that that's your opinion, but I'm still going to live my life. I'm still going to be in a relationship with this person, trans, gay, whoever, because that's what's important to me. Or are you going to let those things get to you? Are you not ready to face the adversity that comes with dating a trans woman, that comes with being gay or being a lesbian? That's something that you need to think about you first before entering a relationship, because that's going to affect it. Out. Isaac holds my hand. Isaac displays public displays of affection in front of everybody. Isaac makes it very well known that I am his girlfriend. Whether they know that I'm trans or not, whether that information is shared or not, that's really irrelevant. The point is, he has accepted those adversities and those consequences that come with dating a trans woman. And I think that's so important, to be in a successful relationship with a trans woman. That's so important. You have to accept those things and take them head on and not let them bother you. Okay, so our next question, do you feel pressure as a trans woman because you're with a cisgender male? Absolutely. You have to think about where we came from. I was raised as a man. Now, for those of you who are male, think about what it was like to grow up as a man, what you were taught to be as a man. Now imagine that, and then I grew up to become who I am today, a woman, a transgender woman, but a woman nonetheless. I feel pressure to act a certain way because I am with a cisgender male. I don't want to embarrass him while I'm out in public. I don't want to out myself, and it's not because I'm ashamed of being trans. That has nothing to do with it, because I'm very open-minded about it. It's one thing is safety. It's not always safe to be out as trans everywhere you go. Treat men and women equal. It doesn't matter if I'm a trans woman. It doesn't matter if I'm a biological woman. It doesn't matter if I'm a biological man. The point is, we're all human and we need to be treated equally. And when we're in a relationship with each other, we need to respect each other. Not only respect, but support one another. You have to do that with your partners. Ladies, I know we want to be treated like queens. I know, I'm a queen. I know. But you also have to understand that we need to treat our men like kings, because they are kings. It's not just a one-way street. And
I'm gonna ask this one. Okay. Do you believe that being in this kind of relationship, our relationship, is intimidating to other couples? And honestly, before she answers that, anyone that's watching this video, write in the comments below if you believe that this relationship is intimidating. Let's hear it.
So by this relationship, what we mean is a cisgendered male with a trans woman. So although Isaac identifies as pansexual, so love is love, he also identifies as male and was born as male. So that makes him a cisgender male. And that's the kind of relationship that we're talking about. Is it intimidating that somebody like me and him can, I don't know, walk into an executive party and be together openly? I think it is. I think that because it's been so taboo over the years, it's intimidating to see a successful relationship like ours. But at the same time, I also think it should matter. Anything else beyond support is none of your business. It's just not.
You ain't coming home with us. You ain't gotta see me tomorrow. You may see me tonight. You may see her tonight. You ain't gotta see me tomorrow. You ain't got my phone number. Why does it matter? If you were in my life for 15 minutes and we talk back and forth and you disagree, walk away. Walk away, because you ain't coming home with me.
So this is your question for me. Do you believe that I hold the same ideals as a cisgendered male? Absolutely not. But this is a really, really big generalization. So cisgendered men all think differently. And we were talking about this earlier, although it's kind of off topic, where you come from, the South, the North, the East, the West, what country, all of these things, your culture, your race, all of these things play a factor in how a cisgender male thinks. Now, if we're just talking generally when people say cisgender male or think a man, they think of like somebody who's really masculine.
Like, you old lumberjack, give me a big old beard and a hairy chest and I'll spit tobacco. I mean,
okay, yeah, so when people think of like cisgender men, they kind of have that idea of whatever that was, and not every cisgender man thinks that way, okay? And those are the cisgender men who you're going to find who are in diverse relationships, who are open-minded, who are willing to have a conversation with someone who's different and maybe taboo, like me.
It took a little bit of time for me to come out because I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, a big family. They're all from Tennessee, Southern Baptist, of course. And so it did take a little while for me to understand that I was, pansexual. But it also took me a while to understand that I didn't believe the same ideals as a cisgender male, at least from where I was raised. They had the mentality if you were a man, you had to go work some full-time job that was manual labor, or you were doing something difficult, rough and tumble. You had to work a job where you're getting a workout every day, where you can grow your beard out, go home and drink beer on the weekend. The mentality that I perceived growing up was that you were only a man if you had some kind of job going for you, some kind of full-time job, and you were caring for somebody else. But it went beyond caring for somebody else, and it was a derogatory term where you were the one in power. If you were the man, you were the man of the household, you wore the jeans, and everybody else followed along you. And I knew I was different when I said, I don't care if you're the man of the household, I don't care if you supposedly wear the jeans and pay the bills. My mother did just as much as my father in order to raise me. My mother raised 7 children. 7 children. I have 4 brothers, then there's me, and 2 sisters. I've met men that are super lazy and don't do nothing to help their community, and I've met men that are brilliant and kind-hearted and great individuals. To answer it though, me individually, I do not have the same ideals as cisgender men, basically because at a young age I knew I was different.
Be straight up about everything, because that's how you're going to fully understand each other and fully be on the same page being in a relationship.
We learned this from Alan Watts, okay? 5% of our life is action. 95% of our life is our own reaction. So you control how you react to your surroundings and the people in your surroundings, okay? Such as, like I myself, I'm a drinker, I like to go out to a bar. If I'm at a bar and people are being violent or blatantly rude to everybody else and I feel uncomfortable, it's my choice to walk out of the bar or my choice to stay in that bar and try to pick a fight. And we as individuals and as humans, it is our responsibility every single day to take those actions and those reactions and speak responsibly and speak kindly. Because
so what I would like for you all to do, if you're still this far into the video, because I'm sure it's going to be a long video, comment down below on, what really stood out to you. And maybe you're somebody who's dating a trans woman, or maybe you're a trans woman who wants to add something down below. I want to get a conversation started. The last video that I did, I just posted on Instagram. However, I'm going to post this video on YouTube, on Instagram, on my Facebook, everything. So I really want to get a conversation started about this. I think it's important that we start talking about trans women, trans men, the LGBT community. It's no longer taboo. It's 2020. Let's start talking about it open. We're here. We're not going anywhere. And really, that's how we're going to get over the social stigma of being who we are, is by being open about it and having people understand so they no longer fear that we're so different from them. Anyway, that's all we have, and hopefully I'll catch you guys soon.